women or girls were raised before, like before all this drama, social media drama came in. There was decency. You had to keep yourself to yourself.
Sorry to
And
cut you across. I do believe we're missing tradition.
mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, much as tradition has its own. You know, sometimes it's not entertaining enough with this generation.
But
so people do feel like it's old fashioned, it's
boring.
conservative, it's boring.
Yeah.
So this today's generation, they just don't care about it.
Especially for men. Men now, they keep saying, oh, a man, with this whole thing going on, how girls be all naked, how girls give you everything, how girls show you everything on social media, like nothing is new. There's no decency out there. Everything is out there on that social media. Wabera ensonga endala eziri behind that lead people to go to social media and do issues. But like, let's say you don't have peace in your home, your woman is always, a man will find somewhere to rest. Like wabera ebintu ebirala ebiri hidden. This is just this is the end result of that's the impact that comes out.
That example of your woman is always, quarreling and not giving you peace. Guys, tewawasa muntu mulalu.
Hi friends, welcome back to our channel. This is Relatable Moments. My name is Jennifer. Firstly, I want to thank you guys for the support. You guys have really supported us. You have liked our videos, shared them, you have given us feedback, you have shared. We are very appreciative. Please keep rolling the dial. Today I still have Flavia here with me, and today we have a topic for you guys that we're very excited to share opinions and our views about this topic. But before that, we have someone joining us, and I would like to have him introduce himself to us before we proceed to this topic.
Sure. Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Ronald, and I'm so happy to be here. And I can't wait to tell you more about the topic for today, which is.
Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate that we called and you showed up.
I couldn't wait.
Thank you for honoring our invite. Yeah. So today we wanted to discuss a topic called social media and relationships. Guys, what does that? I mean, I feel like this is something that it's exciting, and at some point it is not. We need to discuss and see of what impact has social media impacted on today's relationships. I know when we talk social media, it's a broad thing. We talk Instagram, we talk WhatsApp, we talk TikTok, we talk, I don't know much, but I think those are the ones that I'm very familiar with. I know my friends have a couple more because they do this more than I do. So that's why I would like to share this topic with them so we can discuss our views and our opinions, and we would like you to also join us in the comment section, give us your opinions, and let's learn from each other. So, Flavia, I'll start with you. Of what extent do you think has social media impacted relationships today?
I think social media is one of the reasons as to why we don't even have any true relationships these days. Because
did you say any true?
I mean, there are true relationships, but I would say they're very minimal because Instagram, Snapchat, all those applications, I feel like they're overwhelming in that most people these days are saying they are in love because they're able to vibe on these platforms. So someone texts me, we have a good thing flowing. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, these people love me before they even meet me.
Okay.
So to me, I feel like that is a lie because you don't know me. I'm hiding my whole personality behind text. Maybe even a text I've gone to edit, shown my friends, should I send this? Should I send that? So we're having a generation where there are couples, full of couples that I've met on social media but can't actually relate in person.
Oh yeah.
To me, I would say it has greatly impacted relationships negatively because most of us don't even know what it means to be in relationships anymore. It's about, oh, he didn't call me, he didn't text me, he has been online, who is he talking to? Like the petty things that are disorganizing our peace these days because, oh, he liked some girl's picture on Instagram and he commented and yet he left home, he didn't tell me I look good. It has raised even insecurities. I feel like it is I miss generations where it was really hard, to
Actually,
even
yeah.
just access someone, because that's
Yeah.
where true love existed.
Yeah, I agree. To add on that, I feel like social media has greatly impacted relationships and maybe lots of divorce cases and breakups because I mean, like you said, how can my man lives? I dress up and maybe we go to work. Maybe he drops me off and he didn't even give me a compliment.
Yeah.
And then before I know it, I'm on my lunch break checking Instagram and he's telling some girl, "Oh, you look good," liking their picture. Trust me, there's going to be trouble in this house. There's going to be trouble in this. I'm like, dude, you know what I mean? It's something that has given too much platform to display people, and I feel like at some point you get to a point and everyone is just living life.
It's a lie.
It's taking us too fast. People don't take time to quote the right way. I mean, forgive me. I'm still a traditional woman. I know the way our parents dated because these are stories they've told us, and I still appreciate that kind of courtship. People date. People actually meet for dates. People actually quote and get to learn each other away from social media, away from sliding in DMs, and they talk for like 20 or 3 hours just texting, and you feel like you know somebody, but you literally do not know
someone.
They have cut the times that they meet to actually date and court. So because it's not usually what you say to somebody, there's a lot of things that you can tell or you can learn from somebody by just spending time with them
in person.
Spending time with them, and you can get to see the non-verbal
Communication.
non-verbal communication, that those cues that you can just grasp from somebody by just looking at them and spending time with them and see how they relate with other people in your presence, or so I feel like people don't literally get to know each other, then they jump into getting married, and they've dated for, you can say, oh, we've dated for months or we've dated for a year, but the times that you've spent together are actually very
little.
Okay, now Ronnie, we would like to hear your opinions. We want you to share what you think. How greatly do you think social media has impacted relationships?
If it's a question of extents, I would take the lesser extent of social media, because I don't think social media is really it has impacted, yeah. It has its faults, but to a lesser extent than I've seen some my colleagues explaining.
Okay.
But for me, this is my view. So because mainly social media, we're using it for long distance. Now look at long distance relationships. Now imagine that it wasn't in place for that, and now how are you going to communicate? And this brings me to the point, which is mainly that I wanted to talk about, that is even greater than social media that we're missing. And this point is communication. To me, I think anything, before even we go to social media, because social media doesn't use itself.
Okay.
It has people behind it.
Okay.
So it has people. So you look at the communication. Communication is always on the start of everything and the end of it. So like now, if maybe I see a very beautiful woman there, and I just come over there and I just sit without communicating.
Nothing,
so even if I'm attracted, I'm not gonna get her until I speak.
No.
So I have to speak to her so that she understands me. So that's what they call it dating, the dating process and vibing and everything. So after there, how are you going to continue communicating? So you're going to use the social media that we are using, to communicate.
So you're saying it's basically not the social media is not the problem.
I do
the
believe
other virtues that come with us.
Yeah.
How we communicate, how we relate with people, and
I do believe social media has its users, and the people behind the social media it's us. And social media mainly. Let me just go back to the beginning of everything. Before this, the social media is always on the phones or computers.
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
Right. That's
So
right.
what was the main use of a phone? Remember when you used to have those phones
for
that communicating?
Yeah.
So communication. So
Yeah.
communication was the first point.
Yeah.
Now look at even the other areas of our life today. Be it businesses. Look at the different businesses, how they operate. First of all, it's communication. How are you going to sell your commodity, to other people? So that's how they can understand you. Now imagine a person who can't access social media, maybe a blind person. But I can go and talk to that person and they understand me more than social media. So for her or for him, social media is no of use.
Okay.
So
No, to be honest, the point of communication is good.
it's good, yeah.
The point of communication is really good. But long ago, people used to communicate through phone calls. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We would make quality phone calls and speak on the phone for even if it's an hour or two.
Yeah.
That is fine because we are actually talking. You know what I mean? But then the problem is the communication goes beyond, because now I'm setting unrealistic standards for the person that I'm dating. I'm expecting them to text me every time that they get on the phone as if they don't have other things.
You
to
even
do.
check sometimes if
Exactly.
they're online
If
and
they're
you're like,
online,
you didn't respond.
You didn't respond to me, but that is very and someone can actually love you, but we are not even creating that gap to miss each other.
Yeah.
To even just think before we talk, because communication is good, but it has gone beyond.
Now, I think mainly if we are going to look into these topics of social media, so it's mainly overuse. You know?
Overuse.
Because overuse creates everything that goes an extreme creates addiction.
Actually, I would say it's abuse.
Yeah,
of
abuse
social
or
media.
addiction. Yeah. You know,
It's
I think abuse
or
might
misuse.
misuse.
because-
Yeah, abuse is a strong word. So if you use misuse, sometimes it may not be addiction, because when you look into people, there are people who can't just let their phones go. You know, so
It's
it becomes
their
an
idol.
addiction. It
And
becomes
then
it's their daily
You
life.
go
like,
home,
you
your
know,
husband is
Yeah.
back, or your whatever, your partner is home, but you're both seated in the couch and everyone is pressing their phone. And then where does that take us? You're seated there, then a message pops in, the notification
And the person
rings,
becomes
and then
disorganized
you
before
start
know it.
you start. I mean, that is just going to mess you up. Trust issues are going to pop up, insecurities are going to pop up, and like I feel like social media has greatly impacted even the way we relate with each other. You know, sometimes
we
I
no
can
longer
host
have
my
quality
friends at my
time.
house, and these people are like, "Are you home? Are you home?" They all show up, but then when we sit and we talk for like 10 minutes, and everyone is
goes to
pulling out
their
there, I'm
phone.
like, guys, even when like we're having a movie night, the movie is playing and everybody's like, I'm
on
like,
the phone.
now why did everyone drive from their house to here
come
and you
here.
guys just want to be on your phones? Like, it's really impacted not just romantic relationships, but these kind of friendships and relationships with parents and children. It's really I would relate with Flavia.
So we can put social media as a means of communication.
It's
That's why. So in case I bring out communication, it might be a wider topic. So you're just choosing like a social media, because when I say like communication now, like I said, you can come on phones right now as social media, and nobody's speaking to any other, so there's no communication in between. So it cuts off.
I know. I mean,
You
The
can
way
still
you relate
communicate. You can still communicate without social media.
you
Yeah,
can still
that's what-
you can still communicate without
People
social
used to
media.
write letters.
and people be more
And that's-
attentive
and that's-
when you
and that's what I'm
when you
talking
get to
about,
meet you be more attentive, because guys,
Yeah.
sometimes you've had stories where you're like, okay, I was with this person yesterday and the next day they committed suicide. Your friends, because when we are busy with social media, you don't even get time to read your friends to see something is
the
something
emotions
is off with
behind
her.
that smile.
Something it has robbed us of our attention to the people we love, to our loved ones. It has robbed us of, I feel like we will not be here to just bash social media, but to me, I feel like it has greatly negatively impacted the way we relate, and I sometimes sit down and I wonder, where's this world going?
So I was saying, we can. I think here it's greatly. For me, I still believe, there is an impact there of social media, and people are becoming addicted to it and everything. But still, I do believe there are places where people can still are not like accessing those means, and still they are break.
To what extent?
Yeah, that I'm
To
coming
what
to a less.
extent?
I'm
Yes.
coming. I'm still going to with a lesser extent, and that's why I'm still communicating with, because there are places where social media they can't access social media, and still relationships are still breaking up. Why? There are a lot of issues, like I said, like communication and thing. I know, social media goes in there, but we can also look on the other side of social media, because how greatly it has also improved on the relationships today. So we can always look into the bad side of everything, but everything comes with the bad side. And when you put an extent, it depends on in whose hands is it on. To me, I can look at it as a very, very good, a big extent. Now, imagine I'm in a long distance relationship. So
It's
how will I
very-
explain social media? I'll be like, for me,
That's
it's
my
great.
thing. I know. Yeah.
So it's gonna
It
cause
is-
a commotion and
It
everything.
is, maybe you would say it is cheap.
Yeah.
It is not great, but it is cheap.
Yeah,
Because
it's-
long ago people used to pay a lot of money to make calls.
Yeah,
outside
so it has made life
international.
easy. So we know that it has good impact, positive impacts. Like
But the
let's say
positive-
for people in long distance relationships, let's say for families that are away from each other, and that's how they get to connect and share conversations and
Yeah.
but I feel like it also goes back when we don't entirely look at social media and we go back to the foundations or to the
That's nice,
basics
yeah.
of especially with people that are married or people in relationships. How are you prepared for this? Your upbringing, especially for men now, they keep saying, oh, a man, with this whole thing going on, how girls be all naked, how girls give you everything, how girls show you everything on social media, like nothing is new. There's no decency out there. Everything is out there on that social media.
Yeah,
And they
all
feel
that.
like it's not, it's not something that is, how women or girls were raised before, like before all this drama, social media drama came in, there was decency. You had to keep
I
yourself
do-
to yourself.
Sorry to
And-
cut you across. I do believe we're missing tradition.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, much as tradition has its own. Sometimes it's not entertaining enough with this
Yeah,
generation.
But
So people do feel like it's old fashioned,
it's now
it's
boring.
conservative,
Yeah,
it's boring.
yeah.
So today's generation, they just don't care about it.
Yeah.
But tradition, there are ways that they used to do things. No matter what, those are principles, those are values. It brought values in us. Now people don't care about values in life
Anymore. The other day there was this friend of mine who was sharing with me that there's this social media platform. Rani, what was that social media platform?
Ah.
Like guys go there and they put their credit cards, they pay for these girls to do anything for
Yeah,
them. And I was like, what? Wait, what is it called?
There is a lot of platforms, I would say. There are a lot of
that was
platforms. So
what was
Are
it?
you
Chat?
on those- are you on
No, no,
those
no.
Something, chat
platforms?
something.
it's not about
The
being-
guys know they always know. Trust
Yeah.
me.
It's not.
They always
It's not
know.
because I'm on the platform, but I do
They
some.
always know.
I do some investigative, information such. So
Okay.
so
what's
when I was looking to some information on why we're having a lot of crazy people coming up, and this generation today, a lot of things are coming up. Like it's we
I
have
don't know. I forget. the name.
Snapchat. There is Snapchat.
No.
Wait up. Let me. There is Snapchat. A lot is happening on Snapchat that people don't know. People are easily making
Then
money.
ask you about the app. Why are you
I'm-
escaping
I'm
the app?
I'm coming to that. I know what you guys want me to say.
I know. I just
Okay,
don't-
OnlyFans. That's it.
Yeah,
So
that one.
OnlyFans, it's
Uh-huh.
also there, but it's creating a lot of I would say it's an immoral issue to deal
You-
with.
Flavia,
But-
I was like, wait, what? People put credit cards on there and they pay, and maybe you pay for an hour or you pay for 30 minutes or you pay. So your husband will be home with you pressing his laptop or desktop
Oh
and you're
my
thinking, oh, he's
God.
But the
working.
question should be.
And then the guy,
So the question should be
Mm-hmm.
before you go even to the husband, why is the husband going to an
that
OnlyFans?
takes us back
So
to
there
that
should
thing
be-
that I was saying, the
there-
upbringing.
there are question
No, to
marks.
be honest,
And then how are you
the
prepared?
upbringing-
How
the
are you
upbringing-
prepped?
The upbringing is good. I feel like most people were brought up right, but social media has brought a certain kind of immorality in that it can even attack someone that was brought up right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A husband can want to be faithful to their wife, but they're going to come on social media and find this girl is naked, and men use sight. They don't know if this person has used a filter or whatever. Maybe they did plastic surgery or anything, and then this, all of a sudden, someone who wanted to be faithful because of the easy access to certain things,
So
they are off.
I do believe.
Yeah.
Still, I do believe.
Yeah,
Because you can say men and stuff, but when we go back to the beginning of everything,
Why it
our
all began.
yeah, yes, how it all began.
Yeah.
Who we are and what the ladies are. So men are so different. We know we are so different. We're typically different. A man has a sexual attraction of somebody. Okay, so that's how they do.
Which social media has made
Wait
worse.
up. Let me come to that. So before you go dating somebody, you have to understand who a man is. You know, I'll speak for the men,
Yeah.
for the male. You know, so who is a man? Before they now let me tell you something. When a man sees a woman who's dressed in a nice way, first of all, if they are attracted, you know what they look? There's attraction points on a lady's body that they'll look at before even they see anything else. Before they know the upbringing and stuff, then they'll be like and they'll go. It's a sexual attraction that comes first for a man.
And then-
So for if a male being, just know the moment they see you, they have that sexual attraction. That's why they're always in the mood, you know. So when you know this, and that's the thing. When you know this is how men are. Now, one person asked a question to a lady that when you are in during the red flag during that time of the month, there is a certain way emotions. You know, you act with the emotions, and we have to understand. But when men act with those emotions, they are rebuffed. They are like they are like evil guys. You know, but those are emotions working on them. So we have to understand each other.
You
If
guys
want-
don't have hormones, so what do you mean?
Oh my goodness! Oh
we
my
get
goodness!
hormones. You
We
know,
do have-
at that point we have
Yes,
the hormones are high.
yes,
So
that's
if
the
I
thing.
get
That's the
emotional,
thing. So we need to understand each other. You know, you'll see a very beautiful ladies, and you see men shouting, "Hey, madam, olamukazi, nabakamba, jambo jangu wano, ababoda, wait kubaboda no unga." Why? Because they are acting on emotions. They are attracted. You know.
okay.
But
I
then,
wouldn't call them emotions.
I
would just
so
say
no,
Lack of
hormones.
self-control.
No, not emotions. Sorry.
It's lack of self-control.
No.
Yeah.
Leave that
Because
alone.
one thing I want you people to know, as much as I am dating you, I'm married to you, I also see other men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Wait,
what's that thing that makes women know that I am a married woman or I'm in a committed
And that's
relationship
where
and I have to respect this man and
this
I
is-
will know.
This is why the conversation is so nice. Now, this is what I'm trying to explain. I said emotions instead of hormones. So it's always the male hormones, you know, and you have to understand the
Is there
nature.
a thing
Wait a-
like you're not
Oh,
allowed?
let me speak. Let me speak. You
You're
know,
not allowed.
so you need to understand that the hormones also act on a man when they see a very beautiful lady, and now when you dress even very very indecent, it's going to even act more. That's why I was saying ola babasajja wali kangamba oli muwa omukazi ayitawo nola babasajja wali baga nandi omwana laba gundi laba mwana okitegedde. Yes, they're attracted. That's their nature. That's the nature of men to get attracted to this lady. So for you might say, yes, there is self-control and everybody should, but nobody tells you maybe when during that type of the month and the hormones are high, have self-control. Because we know we need to understand that she's going through something.
I feel like
Wait a-
these
Yeah,
are
so
two
that
different
means
No, they're not
things.
two different things. They are not two different things.
If you are saying that
No,
you
see
men,
what
no,
did that?
Soko Holiday, if you are saying that men hormones stimulate that, so that means men should avoid social media as much as they can to avoid those temptations.
Not
Yeah.
Zija. I'm coming to that, and I was building onto a point. So that's the nature of men, and we have to understand this. So now you have a good man, like you said, that because you said sometimes you may have somebody with a very good upbringing, and then because of the social media they get attracted to something. So the question, there is a question at everything. Why is this person getting attracted to this? You know, because like I was building on, men get attracted sexually to a person. So what is missing? Is he just tired? Is it the nature of men, or is there any friction that is going on?
Okay, there are always
Because
reasons
That-
behind.
I-
There are always reasons
When it-
behind.
When it comes to social media, guys, I don't even think there is any question or there is anything. I just feel like people are just bored.
Yeah, are you
Bored
guys
is
just-
what?
No, people are just bored. They lack things to do. Some men lack things to do. Some men are lacking
with
jobs.
this America?
Some men are just lacking a lot of things to do. So they are going to go on these platforms because a person is idle most of the time.
Okay,
If
maybe
they don't
there
have a
is.
job, and if they're idle or they come back home, they don't have a conversation with their wife or they don't want to be part of the family, maybe interact with kids, and he's on social media. Of course, what's going to come out?
I feel like social
should we-
media is an end result, or there should be reasons. There should be reasons.
There are reasons.
behind
There are always reasons
that
because
lead these men
Yeah.
to go to.
yeah.
I'm not saying entirely it is that, but because some people are just like that. They
example,
just lack self-control and they'll
Most
just.
lack self-control. But for example, let's say, long ago men used to cheat, right? But most women would find out actually on their graves that this person had a family outside. Why? Because when this person came home, the woman had no phone to check to find out.
You guys, let me. The
Oh,
thing
check
is,
it.
we are putting
That
a lot
means-
of. Let me tell you something. We are putting a lot of placement on the men used to cheat. Men used to. Yes, and there are men who cheat, and that's there. But even the findings, if you go and sit down and talk with most of the therapists, you'll be surprised that the amount of women that cheat. You know, right now, do you know what is going on in Uganda lately? DNA. Abasajja bagumanga omusajja n'agamba wa enkaddiye amanyi omwana si we naye alina kubaawo oza byalibaddewo. Right now DNA is causing havoc.
Yeah.
And you know where is it
That's why
coming
the
from?
chendo
No,
was
because-
Nabagamba wano
Because-
last time Adam yali mu nnimiro ye ng'atudde n'agamba I'm missing up companion mukama n'amufunira omukazi very attractive and he was attracted. That is a male gond nature. Do you know what the omukazi yagenda ku miyembe gye babaganda? And you know what, with the communication, that's why I told you communication omusajja gumulimba persuasive nature. Omuntu ayinza okujja with a very good poor upbringing but with good communication, not convincing, and you get to find out it's a very
you
So-
guys. Let us not entirely put this on social media.
Social
They're
media is a
they're
less.
always, just like he has brought in the
There is always
example
somebody,
of
yeah.
Adam and Eve, you know. Usually
Yeah,
kati,
what-
let's say our peer pressure or nagamba laba kano wakalabika only fun. Maybe the guys are chatting at work kano wakalabye no nalaga common. Other reasons, and then even these people, let's say like people that get married, people don't get prepped well lately, getting ready for
But
marriage.
who's on OnlyFans?
They need to be prepped.
The question is who's on
The
OnlyFans?
person that told me
It's
about
my
it
first
was
time.
a guy. He
It's
told me
my
about
first
it
time.
Okay, the guy who told you
2 days back.
It's my first time. to
when you
know
hear
about
men, when you say okay, it's the number of men on the OnlyFans. Who bani abali ku OnlyFans? What are they watching? Fellow men?
Girls.
Thank you. Okay, let's not put the blame games here.
Okay,
It's
but
mainly-
that's what I was concluding
Yeah.
with you guys. It's not wabena wensonga endala eziri behind that
Yeah.
lead
Yeah.
people to go to social media and do issues.
Yeah.
But like, let's say you don't have peace in your home, your woman is always, you know,
No, well,
a man will
your
find
woman is
somewhere to
always-
rest. Like wabena we into ebirala ebiri hidden. This is just
Every
what
single-
this is
Whatever.
the end result of that's the impact that comes
Every
out.
single-
That
Yeah.
example of your woman is always, quarreling and not giving you peace.
Yeah.
Guys,
This one.
tewawasa muntu mulalo. No one is going to complain without a reason.
Mm.
For example, if my husband is always coming back home and alimukunyiga simu ye, they have not even asked me how my day was.
You
and
don't get
everything,
quality time
and
even when
we are
they're
not getting
home.
quality time. How am I not going to start complaining?
Right.
And do you know why that girl you feel she gives you peace? Because
Yeah.
you don't stay with her.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know someone until you have stayed with them. That's why they tell us when you are dating, you actually don't know a person.
Yeah.
Just because you're cohabiting and stay together till money till you guys get married. That's when the reality
And the
comes
people
out.
settle
So you are
in
not going
and
to
bring in
compare yourself.
Chovana njagala
You're not going to
tradition.
compare a woman you don't stay with
Yeah.
to a woman you are
Yeah.
chatting with on the phone
For a
this
couple
woman
hours
gives
a
me
day,
peace, and
yeah.
you meet them for only 1 hour or 2 and you leave and like she gives me peace. Oh please, of course she has to
Chovola
give you
banjagala
peace.
tradition
Uh-huh.
because tradition yali etya osooka nozaako trial marriage biki omuntu ogenda omutegeera
Tradition change.
Tradition
Hey,
change.
Tradition change.
Tradition, my
nze
family,
kankubuli wuliriza
our families used to
Uli-
choose our partners. You
Our
don't
partners for
Okay,
us.
let me-
They
let
would,
me-
your
can I-
parents
can
would,
I-
have time to
can I
your
come-
parents would run it. Which
No.
tradition? Where are you from?
okay let me
Trying to.
let me tell you the way it is. Let me tell you the way it is. Okitegedde. You go, there is time for dating olaba erina stages zaayo. You can go to the date, first date, this guy is good, man, this woman is nice. Then you make a follow-up or another date, maybe a third or fourth. Then after that, you can start, mubeera that there is a stage where mubeera
And people relax.
then
and people,
you start also giving a kick. Osobola okujjako n'owummulako wano, nono asobola okujja n'awummulirako awo. Listen
But
up.
that
Listen.
was not tradition.
Okay, that's
let
not
me-
tradition.
Nzija,
No,
You
nzija.
use the wrong word.
Okay, labayo, leka
Yeah.
nzija. Kati wamala okugiraagiramuko oti nomala nolaba omuntu na buli kimu amaze okujjako, then there is that stage of moving in biki
Moving in.
nolaba omuntu actual gund ate tekikomaawo because moving in you get to
Even
know
if
wait
you
up
move in.
you can get to know the characters of that person when you move in the real
No.
characters.
Have you seen,
Now,
Ronnie,
Nzija.
have you seen marriages
Not
where
Nzija.
women act until they get married and then
Okay.
they bring
That's
out
Nzija.
themselves? It's
Not
not even
even
just
only
women,
women.
everybody,
Even
most,
men.
yeah. people will bring
You
out,
don't know
because then you
someone-
settle. You're
Yeah.
like, okay, now this is me. This is my husband. This is my
Yeah.
wife. We are married, and this is forever.
And
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 then
this is who I
people
am.
can bring out whatever that they
Ekyo
feel.
nkubuulira, on a percentage, on a scale of 1 to 100, the moment you move in with somebody for a given period of time, you get to know things that you do not. Nze, let me tell you something. Omu yategera ogundi guy we arogotana.
Ronnie.
Nenga guy tachimanyi. Kati now a guy agenda chikweka atya. That's all because you're moving in and you're seeing it. That one even a guy can't
So
hide.
maybe a guy,
Oh,
because men can't act for long.
No,
But a woman, I can put on an act for 5 years.
You can put on an act for 5 years.
For long, and you
No,
actually don't know me.
Stoof. You can put
But
on
we
an act
start
for 5
together.
years. Anyway, this point, I was saying the topic of discussion, it can get prolonged and bitchy, but at the end of the day, for not to manage social media, it has not greatly, by the way, to be engineered, it has not greatly impacted as other things. There are things that
Other factors.
Yeah.
that have led to the breakups.
Other factors are
led
coming just because of social media. To be honest, I personally, as we are concluding, we are not going to neglect the fact that I think we have to start spending less time on social media. Let us start
So we
giving
give
our,
more
let us
time
give
to
our
our loved
partners,
ones.
our loved ones more time. I personally don't like meeting with a person and you are on your phone 24/7. I don't even want a person who is on social media.
Yeah.
I don't understand a man who is doing Instagram. I don't understand a man who is doing Snapchat. I'm not
Business.
understanding a man who is doing
Business.
TikTok.
Yeah, and I think like
Attack spaces where you can grow in the business and stuff. So
And I think like at some point I think you maintain your values. People don't throw away values. Don't throw away your values just because this came up. So you just go wholeheartedly. You could just go fully into everything. You want to try this, you want to try that. Those people actually end up really sad.
Yeah.
Because all these things, they still go there and they don't receive the fulfillment that they want. And at some point when you choose to come back to these people, they are not there. They're not there anymore
There
because
is no
they
heaven
waited for you
out
to be
there.
attentive. They waited for you to be around. They waited for you to
Yeah.
be available, and you were not. So
You
at
were
the last moment you find that so keep your values. Find out what you know. Keep what you believe. If you believe that you as a person in a committed relationship or married, you have to do that, and you expose yourself to that, and maybe at some point you get addicted to that and you can't come out. Just know that whatever your action you're doing is impacting what you have or what you value.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
we are losing good men and women because of social media. So guys,
There
there
will
is
be
no
part
heaven
2 for
out
this.
there. Let us we shall discuss more of this topic. Let us end here for today because
Maybe there'll be a part 2.
I have
We
more.
can
Thank
agree
you
to
guys.
disagree.
Thank you
About
guys
this
for
topic.
today. Thank you for watching this video. Please leave your opinions, leave your comments in the comment section. We would love to hear from you and what's your stand on this topic. Have a good one. We'll see you soon.